Okey-dokey everybody, welcome back to Grounded. My name's Daniel. Just making sure that it doesn't do what it did last time. It kicked me out by this point, so it looks... Yeah, there we go. Just come up with excellent on the connection, so that's good. Cool. Yeah. Black Ant Lab. It's I know it's a little bit early for some people, but I have things going on this afternoon and what's this morning and this afternoon. So I want to stream just to take my mind off of some bits and pieces. So here we are. First of all, I got a new axe and I got a new hammer and I got a new set of armor. Yeah. So off camera, I made a little trip over to the barbecue. Managed to get through the barbecue because I got the antlion armor from over here. We need to go back there on the way to the ant lab, just so that I can repair my armor before we go in. But yeah, I came over here, managed to sneak through. In this sort of area here where that milk molar is, there is a couple of black ox beetles. Killed a couple of those with the help of some ladybird larvae. I managed to sneak up into this part just here to grab that field station. There's a little tiny respawn point there if we ever need to use that. And there just so happened to be a couple of termites just hanging about the front part of the woodpile. One of which was a soldier. Killed the soldier, got the 2 pieces I needed for the axe, which then meant I could get the the pupa, sorry, that I needed to get to make the hammer. Again, there's pupa in there's like a trench down here basically, where you need where you can get pupa. But we'll probably have to go back over there at some point because I now have a tier 3 hammer and there was some tier 3 resources that I couldn't harvest. So, yeah. But we are not really ready to be up in this area here yet. But I did, while I was up here, I did run along this entire wall. The higher one. There's actually a respawn point there-ish now. And then I walked all the way along here. Killed a couple of fire ants on the way. And about here is another respawn point. Once I've set up my zipline network, this is one of my most used points over here. Because it gives me access to this corner of the map quite easily. The only other ones that I tend to use a lot is coming over to the picnic table and then diverting from the picnic table either northward to go to the barbecue or south to the sandpit, depending on where I'm heading. But yeah, in order to do that, I need something very specific from this lab. In order for us to do that, we're going to need to go into the sandbox. Because my armor is, it's hurting. It's hurting quite a lot. And I can't repair it because I have no more parts. I stole exactly enough parts to make the armor. Didn't think I'd need any more.
Don't look down! Don't look down!
I also grabbed that milk molder off camera. Hi. Sounds very loud this morning. Might just be my ears. I was going to scan these. Oh well. And it's 4 more parts. Sweet. That's not too difficult. I'm generally expecting to find at least one more antlion that's going to attack us before we get to that umbrella. We might not. But when we get to the umbrella, there probably will be 1 or 2 more.
I'm sizzling!
He sounds like this one. Get 2. Sweet. Have that. Excuse me. Still a couple more parts, that'd be great. And I won't have to fight all of you. Taking on 2 at a time is certainly more complicated than taking on 1 at a time. You die now, thank you. Oh, that's good, it didn't do too much damage to the armor. Sweet. We've got to come back here anyway. What's the quickest way to that respawn point? Probably that way. I made myself a little safe spot on the corner of the sandbox. Could have technically walked around the outside from the floor, but there's 2 big orb weavers down here. And then there's 2 more there. So there's 4 just in that one spot. I don't know about you, it seems a little bit easier to just... Fine.
Science!
Get your
Jump from
science
there.
here!
There's many things in the castle that we need to get hold of at some point.
Taking a look around.
There's some quartzite there as well. There's a burg.l flag on the top of there. And there's definitely some upgrade rocks in that tower. And that tower where the umbrella is. But there's this there's a moat between us. So we need to build a bridge across and then build up the side of the sandcastle. Yeah, that's one of those annoying things that I'll deal with probably off camera and just show you the end result. There is also a chest down there, which has got recipe in there. Can't remember what it's for, but I know it's quite important. Oh, the mint mace. Very, very useful weapon, if you're that way inclined. I'm looking over there because I'm aware that there is a collectible in that tub, and I'm probably going to miss it. And there's one in that container, and I'm going to miss it. And somewhere in that general area there is a scabby, and I think behind there is also another scabby. If not, there's a milk molar in there somewhere. Part of the reason why I've got the gas mask on me, if I remember and feel like it, we might just go through there and deal with that. And there's one up there as well.
Roly-poly, rolling through.
Don't know whether we've met a sickly roly-poly, but they're different from the roly-polies up in the top. The upper yard roly-polies are weak to salty, I believe. But we can't do any of those bits and pieces until, I'm pretty sure it is the Black Ant Lab. We actually need to do that so we can upgrade to have element damage on there. Part of how we do that is with these.
Science.
So it doesn't give you the two. Thank you. It should just be splinter arrows. How many minis is it for a rusty spear? Of course it's 7, and of course it's sunken bones. That ain't getting made out here. Had I have known, I would have grabbed a few more. This is my really awesome respawn shack. As you can tell, I've put loads of effort into making it. Sure, if some ants still there, I'm not fussed too much. Do I need the gas mask directly on me now? Probably not. Oh, I don't need that though. That can stay. And time. Time is sleep time. I mean, I can get rid of a weevil roast. Set my respawn point before we walk away from here, because that'll be silly. Very aware I have too many torches.
It's pretty good.
That's fine. I'm hoping, yeah, I can have a piece of grass to grab that water,
At least it's clean. Ish.
so that we can go around here. Don't necessarily have to go this way around. You can work your way through the trash bags or garbage bags, or rubbish bags, depending on where you come from. But this is just a bit easier, just to sneak around the back here. When you get to this area, at least for the first time, you'll encounter a couple of different things.
Let's see what we can find.
There, you'll find a meaty gnat, which is the same as a regular gnat, apart from they got a little bit more health, and they obviously have that foggy effect behind them. part of the reason I got a gas mask, just in case we need to eat some of those. You will get poisoned by the fumes. Pretty sure they also drop like 3 of the meat rather than just the 1 that you would normally get. Got a higher chance to drop the higher chance to drop meat. There's also a scabby that sits behind that carton that I've got. It's that one there, I believe. And then in that can is where the gold milk model was on that part of the screen. Yeah, there's a little bit of food around here that's rotten. The only other problem we're gonna face in a minute
Worker Black Ant here.
is that there is nothing to protect us from the soldier ants. In the sense of the red ant armor, you can make that, and
Just give me a second to let my eyes adjust to that.
the soldier ants see you as their friends. These guys don't have that. So the first soldier ant that we can find is going to instantly aggro on us, and it's going to be like that until well, it's going to be like that for the entire time we're in here. If we choose to fight back, then we're going to end up having to fight basically an entire colony. There are parts of the anthill where you can kind of get a bit of respite. Not going to worry too much about gathering everything, because I'm aware there's we're going to be in here a little while. But any opportunity to find more milk bottles, I will take them. And all the raw science. And of course I find a couple of bits of quartzite. Replace some of the ones that I've used to get the armor and the stuff up to
Those aphids look like
There
they
it is.
have things to do and people to see.
where do we want to go first? I can't remember if it's up or down. Let's find out. Let's go down. If that's a B door, we need to go up. So yeah, follow this all the way up to the top here.
I read that extended periods of isolation in remote places can be pretty hard to cope with.
Now, there's normally a handful, several, many, couple of soldier ants around here, but they've decided they're not going to be here, so I will take that as a win. Make sure you bring a explosive. In fact, make sure you bring an explosive basically wherever you go from kind of now. Because most of the places we go now will have at least one bomb that needs blown up.
Taking a look around.
Oh yeah, there's some robots in here as well. Pretty sure that robot's supposed to be in this room, but okay.
Science!
Scientists make this look harder than it is.
Well, the A door opens up the A door down there. So we can get into there in a second.
Burg.l, I'd like to summarize the results of today's mixer trials.
Ready to take your dictation!
Trials 1 and 2 were aborted due to mechanical failure. Now, Trial 3. Trial 3 was interesting, Wait, Burgle, what is that?
It looks like a gathering of ants.
Well, I can see that, but what... Shut down the facility! Close the blast doors! It appears that the mixer is agitating all the local fauna. That's enough for today.
Didn't realise there was quite so many bandages in here. All signs up. Above my head somewhere. It's that one.
Burgle has been behaving strangely. I have noted in some of our interactions that he has been taking liberties with my instructions besides his usual displays of incompetence. But just the other day, I heard him humming a tune about grilling. He thought I could not hear him, but I did. And I have told him again and again to eliminate that unnecessary function from his programming, and yet still I know he harbors secret thoughts of grilling. Oh. I was certainly right to isolate him from the experiments. One can only imagine how his malformed programming could be contaminating my research. I'll need to review my security protocols to make sure no further contamination occurs. The security cameras are now installed across the yard, and I've assigned Burgle to overseeing Tasty and Archer operations. A little insurance that my progress on raw science enrichment doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Neither Ominent, nor Insect, nor Robot will have access to my research now. I don't need this now. Abnormalities in the readings, unexpected power fluctuations, raw science run rampant.
Don't forget incursions by local fauna.
Mouthy robotic assistants. And I'm so tired. All these new variables that need to be accounted for, they're ruining everything in my most desperate hour. It has all turned against me. Even as I walk around the backyard, I feel the walls of grass closing in on me, the tips of those green blades like daggers pointed at my heart. I see, no, I feel the unbelievable, multifaceted eyes of the ants and spiders reflecting my misshapen visage, watching, always watching, and bearing witness to my failure. Perhaps it is time for me to lay down and admit defeat. Perhaps this is all the success that was meant for me. Perhaps it is enough.
So much talking. Opens that B door that we first saw.
Science.
Hey, that's the last of the tasties. What do you give me? That may be useful moving forward. I need that in a minute. I say that with so much confidence.
Watch out! That ant means business.
That ant does mean business. Cool. Glad to hear that. Alright, if one wants to come up here, and then go down here. Keeps doing that. The noise of the torch plus the noise of other things going on makes it sort of glitch out. I'm going to come into this one, which is full of Zoldrans. This is going to be interesting in a sec. Ow. Doesn't sound like you're following. Excellent. More talking.
Burg.l transcription unit 90.5.1. Order number 43.
Do it again, Burgle, for old time's sake.
What's that, Dr. Tully?
Play the old script.
Right away! Hello, and welcome to Roby's Classic Automated Barber Shop. My name is Burgle, and I will be taking your order today. Perhaps I can interest you in the daily specials? My favorite is the Roby's 0.375 pounder with cheese, with a side of mammal-style fries.
That will do just fine, Burgle.
Remember the Roby Burger motto: make every day exponentially great.
So, pretty sure all that is Supreme Court site, and that's a real yeah, that's kind of like a thing I want. But to get in there, plus whatever else we can see in there, and it's gonna tease us with a few bits we could get, we have to kill her. But we're not gonna do that, because I'm going to go through and do the friendly one each time. But we need the new chip, I believe, to get the friendly food. So I need to come back here at some point. It's part of the reason I'm not worried too much about the upgrade rocks at this point. So I'll just bring you down here so you can kind of see where we're going. Obviously there was a few bits in there that were worth collecting as well. Try and avoid the soldier ants. This door is now open, which leads us to a milk molar, which I will take. I honestly thought that went somewhere else. I don't think it's going to change the fact that there's a milk molar there and I'm going to take it. You run away from you. It does bring me to where I think it is. It does. Somewhere to where that milk molar is. It might be a gold one. So we passed the B door in the first room where the robots are on the scanner. Which now leads us to another B door that we couldn't open before, but we can. So do that now. Specifically that one there. Now is the reason why you'll find out that I made a respawn point. Or it's back there. I had a respawn point down here. And we'll you. You. Science from there.
Science.
There was a second door, which I thought there was, so blow that one up. Now I can equip my spear again. Not that I need it right now. There's a room full of mushrooms. I do believe if we go up here, then go there. That gold molar I was talking about. Which takes us to a grand total of 4, which means I can upgrade resource stack. I'm sure these are all just... Uh-oh. Too do you mean they're aware of my presence? I've only killed a couple. Maybe a couple more. That's more solid ones. Oh, this is the, yeah, this is the final room for the final room. Yep. Yep. Let's get up here where it's just a little bit lighter. Get rid of the noise, and we can equip my shield. Can't we?
I've always wanted to say that.
At some point I'll block one of these attacks. Or not. I'll just take it. Take all of it. Is that every ant down there? I'm entirely convinced. You gonna come and attack me, Mr. Ant? Yeah, there you are. I forget before I don't spot it again. Apparently ran straight past the milk molar. Now some of you may be wondering why this looks like a boss arena. Because if you're wondering, it looks a lot like a boss arena. Let's get some health on first. Oh cool, I have all 3 healing types. She's one of those as well.
The helpful robot wants to kill me. Who could have predicted that?
My penis isn't too loud. I don't know how it's done. Okay.
Taking a look at you. One found.
That was fun. It definitely seemed very loud in my ears. I apologise if it is very loud at your end. That's the thing that I needed. Because that unlocks a couple of things in all sorts of different places. There's stuff in here. So there is a room behind here, but you can't access it until you've completed all 8 mixes. You'll just say it's locked and you can't push the button. There's a collectible coin I nearly missed. I will say the assistant manager with 1 person is not that difficult. Me and Shannon kind of died a couple of times trying to take it on. Just because of the extra health that it has for more people.
The production of raw science concentrate has been, for better or worse, spread across the yard. Given the unseen hands that move against me, it seems that no precaution is too much. No suggestion from my paranoid psyche too preposterous. What a pathetic state of affairs. Overrun by an enraged ant colony, and here I stand, naked, to the unblinking eyes spying upon my every move. Layers of abandonment and failure, like a frumpy, naked failure onion. But who sheds a tear for us, burg.l? Is it the onlookers in the shadows? Is it whomever stumbles upon our toilings down here in the muck? This should please you all. Dr. Wendell Tully, humbled again. Well, enjoy your laughs, cruel winds of fate. But this onion has one more stink left to make. And sorry, old friend, but I'm going it alone. Deleting data stores and running lab lockdown procedures. Wendell, out.
Roly-poly, rolling through.
Where do I come out? Huh. Oh, that's annoying. I need to be there to pick up my stuff. Go and turn in the chip. I want to make sure that I sleep before. I did this before. You kind of get to here and it's like, oh, the water then makes them drop the food. Where's the time? No, we can't actually sleep. As we can sleep, I may as well do that in a second, then go back to burg.l. And there's a little bit of dialogue that will be thoroughly boring to watch, so I'll put some chapters in when I get to that point on the YouTubes, so you can skip past all that. But yeah. Oh, speaking of the YouTubes, yeah, my first video is doing surprisingly well. I checked it this morning, and it's my second most watched video.
Worker Black Ant
So,
here.
if any of you guys have watched that and are watching this now, thank you very much. It's given me a big old boost on this. I'm quite happy with that. Feel free to drop any likes, subscribes, and comments as you feel necessary. It will certainly give me a nice big boost and want to keep going with this. evasion is certainly a key thing for staying on. Cool. Cutscene. Oh yeah. Ready? I need to drop off the chip first, don't I?
That tastes surprisingly not terrible.
For whatever reason, the monster, otherwise known as Ernie, our not quite 2-year-old Rottweiler puppy, is barking downstairs. And that's thoroughly annoying. My guess is he spotted one of our other dogs. He's already in my bad books because he woke me up this morning at stupid o'clock. By stupid o'clock I mean it was about 12:30, as in midnight, and was also barking around 2 or 3 o'clock this morning. I think our neighbours are going to really like us. Let's go back this way, it's going to be slightly quicker. I don't know why he started doing it. Anyway, run on back to home. Obviously there's not a lot of point in me running up into there just yet, because there's a lot of things in my inventory.
Watch where you stick that nose, Weevil.
Definitely didn't need as many healing items as I thought I was going to need. Where is Home Sweet Home? Home Sweet Home is approximately there. Yeah, I mean, I got a gas mask. We could just run straight through the haze.
Hope this is enough to keep me safe.
That sounds like a silly idea. Is that raw science up on a rock, or is that raw science in a hole? Most of it's in a hole. Could be really silly and go and plug the haze once we hit it. If I'm truly honest, I think I might wait just a little bit longer. Going through the haze wasn't going to work very well, apparently. Everywhere you go, there's just a gorge like this. But you can't really navigate it that well. Okay. Don't need you blowing up in my face, thank you.
Hello, powerless ant.
That's what that was. The must have just clipped one of the ants that was running around. And saw the little dial spin around. I thought that was me being poisoned. I kind of regret sleeping now. I should just run home. I should drop off all this stuff. Kind of expected to be attacked by some black ants, but because apparently they're upset with us. Okay, ant parts I probably don't have any spare. Definitely don't have any ant lion parts, that's why that's still in my inventory. You two are downstairs. Just those two and the arrows in home. Which I'm slightly working on. I clearly need some acorn shells. There, and you can live in there. I don't need all these healing items on me currently, so you can sit in there. That looks okay. Should have grabbed some water while I was there. My smoothie supplies that I currently have. This will need to change. Should have grabbed some more when I was on top. Shouldn't do. It's fine.
Those aphids look like they
Really
have
need
things
it.
to do and people to see.
Let's leave before we do get attacked by ants. You haven't respawned yet. I think I'm on 2 or 3 times of farming in that now. It's only like 1 or 2 minutes, but annoyingly, I meant to go and get the chip that's in the sandbox. For no other reason other than we were there. He's still there. You are still there. There's a gold milk molar in there that I haven't grabbed. Because the wolf spiders are in there. And it's not that I can't take a wolf spider, it's just I thought trying to take on 1 or even 2 on camera might be a little bit more interesting. Was that the other wolf spider? Pretty sure there's water in this one. I apologize for the talking. Many times.
Always happy to see a repeat customer.
How can I help you today? Eureka! The last one! You have found it! It is finally time that we can complete the embiggening cocktail recipe. Processing! Of course, toenails! The tiny impractical spatulas at the end of human digits. Well, have fun collecting those! And the final ingredient... Oh dear. No, no, no! This cannot be correct! The last ingredient of the cocktail is marked as missing. I am not sure what to tell you. Dr. Wendell Tully purposefully wiped the last ingredient from my memory. My programming prohibits me from remembering the secret ingredient. Wendell never wanted it to fall into the wrong hands. He did not even trust me with it. The entire recipe is only in Wendell's noggin. And as I said, he has not been around for months. Sigh. Processing. Chicken nuggets! Wendell's Scabby! His Scabby has tracking functionality built in. We should now be able to find out where he is with this information. The extra memory you provided with the super chips is helping my processing. Sorry, I did not think to track Dr. Tully earlier. Allow me to connect to his Scabby via my handy state-of-the-art radio modem to see what data I can pull from it. Crackle, 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 I am connected to Dr. Tully's Scabby. I will now start the download. Location, X5432, Y74356. Error, Scabby, prototype 0001A, power loss, error code 324. Subminiature, axial lead resistor. Ominent model, OC93412. A minor setback. I know that location. The Scabby is at Dr. Tully's favorite chair by the shed, of course. You should be able to find him there. And take this replacement fuse to repair whatever problem he is having with his Scabby. He should be able to help you out with the embiggen cocktail and get you home in no time. Good luck. I believe in you.
Zipper. Probably one of the best things that have happened to me since sliced bread. Zipper basically allows you to go up and down zip lines. So it doesn't matter where you place your zip lines, you can just go. Hello. Resources.
Ready!
Great. Do I start on a bit of healing? I might take a bit of healing. As we're here.
Time!
Advanced smithing. Thank you.
I'll need to process that.
Thank you. So, advanced smithing allows you to make a mighty glob. Does that mean... That means I need another chip, I think, to get the flavoured ones. Oh, that's annoying. Sorry, I'm swinging my eye. Ugh. And then now we can craft brittle whetstone and brittle plating from bits we can farm in the world, which is why I've got a separate chest for lava spikes specifically, because there'll be a lot of lava spikes laying around at one point or another. And then the glue masher is how you how you repair your armor once you get it past level 5, so level 6 and beyond. Cool. Maybe we need to research Mighty Glob when it comes up. blow up. Oh, geez, guys. Just worked out why the... Well, it might sound a bit weird in my ears today. The TV's quite loud. Friend go? Oh, you're behind me. That's cool. Help, please. Something tells me I may die in a second. I'm dead. And I'm about to die too. Stamina would be great. Now we just need to survive the venom. Cool. Happy with that. Now that means that was my 10th wolf spider kill. I was going to say we could have had a very quick conversation about poison and venom. On here they are definitely different. So the few things that give you poison resist will not block venom. Certain creatures, well, spiders that are on here, have a chance of giving you venom. The bigger the spider, the more chance that is. I think it's from the large orb weavers upwards. Most of the time, though, it is poison that they drop, but it increases with the higher tier spider they are.
What do we have lurking around out here?
The venom side of things, there isn't anything that can actually block venom as far as I'm aware, or protect you against it. Are you going to blow up this time? I'm guessing that the bomb got disrupted by the spider attacking me, and it either blew up and hit the other one, or I didn't actually drop it. That's basically what I wanted to do in here. Yeah, at one point. I must be out of brittle quartzite. not. I just didn't deposit it in the right place for some reason. I don't know.
Those
Wasn't expecting to
aphids
have
look
that
like
much
they
on
have
me.
things to do and people to see.
Right, back to home. We've got a few hours to kill before it's sleep time. Yeah, once upon a time, a single spider would be enough to end us, and obviously now it's gives you an idea of how quickly you can climb up through the tiers just by gaining a bit of higher tier armor. I'm gonna make some mighty globs anyway, because I want the I'm not too worried about the thirst drain on the antlion armor. But it does give me an opportunity to talk to you about that in a second. I can go there. Sturdy whetstone. We need to make some sturdy whetstone before I can do mighty globs. I can only do 5 at this point anyway. Actually, I only do 5 at a time. I thought I dropped you off. Right. Don't worry too much about that. Spiders, sap. That can sit in there, although it's going to come straight back out there in a second. Anyway. You in there. I need some spider web. That's a problem. I also thought you got the black ant favourite food from there as well. Maybe it's the maybe it's the one in the anthill. On the anthill. Sandbox. It's probably worth going over there anyway. It's going to take a little while. Upstairs. So, weapons and armour. I haven't really talked about this on camera. So, these ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, these haven't had any upgrades at all. And it'll cost you 2 whetstone, or if it's an armour, it'll cost you 2 plating, brittle plating, to do level 1. It increases by, or doubles each time, I believe, or it's increased by 2 each time. Either way, it increases each time. It's 30 pieces to get to level 5 of either brittle whetstone or brittle quartzite. No, sorry, brittle plating to get to level 5. Once you're at level 5, once you even put a single level on there, you'll have that little sort of star symbol. Once you get to level 5, on your weapons, you'll have an option to increase it further. You can go for, in this case, a mighty option. So you use 5 mighty globs and it will give you extra damage, extra durability, and then final damage as a perk, in this case for the termite axe. Or you can add an element to it, so fresh, spicy, salty, or sour. Again, these increase each time, but you can only select 1 per weapon. So if you choose a mighty path, that's it. It's going to be a mighty weapon until you max it out. If you choose mint, it's going to be mint. That's the only sort of thing to remember before you actually click the button to upgrade it, that you can't change it once you have made it one thing or the other. And it will use the relevant globs to increase it each time for a weapon. So you'll need to smelt up some sour ones if you want to make sour globs. Oh, sorry, go through the sour path. On your armor, it'll come up with two options. One option will give you more durability and more defense. The other one will give you slightly less durability and defense, but it will give you a perk instead. So in this case, explosive resist would have been potentially quite helpful going into the haze area with explosive resist. But you don't get it until you can make the mighty globs from the Black Ant Lab. So I don't know. You could actually weigh up going to the Black Ant Lab before you go to the haze to get the perks of that. It might also be more beneficial in a further playthrough. With the antlion armor, it's a similar situation. You've got more durability and more defense, which is what I'm probably going to take. But the other option is you have slightly less of each, and then have thirst rate decrease. Because it's plus thirst rate, it prevents you from losing your thirst as quickly. Which, it's not really that essential. I'd rather take more defense over drain, especially if you're going to play 6, 10, 12 times. You can work it out a different way, or you can carry 2 canteens if you're that worried about it, and it's only really a problem if you're in the areas where it's hot, the barbecue and the sandpit. Most of the other time, you're quite near to water anyway, so I don't see why that's relevant. Some of your weapons, however, won't allow you to... Yeah, that's an example. They won't allow you to put elements on them. That's because, well, the bows, and in particular bows and crossbows, you have elemental arrows instead. So you can only go through one path with the bows. It will only let you do mighty or mighty on the crossbows, because you put the element onto the ammo that you fire with it. That made a noise downstairs, which makes me think that my gloves are done. Nice. You haven't come up with the thing, so there's definitely another chip I need to go and find. Dream time!
Alright, here they are. All tucked in with the outfits and backpacks they were snatched in. As requested, they're strapped and synced with scabbies for whatever they might run into down there. You do realize the director will have our heads if he finds out we're removing company property?
Can you sleep at night with what this company's doing? We need to do something.
Is Dr. Tully even alive? The field team reported him missing months ago. You are prolonging the inevitable.
Wendell, wherever he is the only hope for these kids. I'll make the delivery to his yard discreetly. No one is even going to know.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Okay, Dream. Thanks for explaining how I ended up down here. And thanks for saving me. Whoever you are.
That is the reason we still have a life.
I mean, this is probably what...
Oh, I do still have that.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Now I get to use my super awesome, amazing zipline of awesomeness.
Oh my god!
Actually work now. That aphid friend is so cool. Yeah. Chances are next time you guys come on, there'll be about 20, 25 zip lines. You can also go back the other way if you need to. Which is very helpful. Especially when I'm a silly person sometimes and I forget to do something. This is my start to the beginning cocktail. What was the... Oh, toenails was the next one that we needed. Alright. Yes. I mean... Good going at them. I want to see if I can find the globs. Let's go and grab the... that one. What is it? Sandpit chip.
Hey, Aunt. What's the news?
Because, I really want to go to the upper yard with some elemental weapons. I definitely noticed the difference without them, so... That's another thing I meant to do. I meant to walk past the, where I'm going to be farming the rust and splinters from. There's a spot in the lower yard that's a lot easier to get to than on top of the picnic table. Which would be the next sort of easiest place, but there's not that much actually up on the picnic table to farm. Speaking of, I'm actually below it. This is so noisy.
Watch the spray from that bombardier killer.
I was thinking that again, as soon as you get that upgraded armor, it's like, ah, it's a bombardier beetle. Run. Don't need to worry about you. You can't really kill me anymore. It's even easier with the, say, the elements on your weapons. So I'm hoping it's from the, that ship. If not, it'd be really annoying. It means I'll have to go to the... It might be the stump lab if it's not that one. Don't knock me off. Angry, I'm not annoyed, I'm just thoroughly disappointed with the bees. All they had to do was let me pass. All they had to do was let me go past. If I was a really good YouTuber, I'd be like, "Oh, this is the first time I've gone up this, the handle up to here. Let's see if we can get over to the antlion hill, antlion spot in the sandbox." And we're not watching this a second time. No, definitely not. No. Just in case you're really desperate for some splinters. Some sit there. Some
Taking a
sit
look around.
about there. Some on the end of this plank. And there are a couple of patches that I farmed off the side of this. There's also a nail, rusty nail that sticks out from there. So what you want to do when you come up here is you want to make sure that you take out these bees. Because it's just easier to just fight them over here. I mean, you do need to make sure you actually hit them.
Check out that bee.
Really annoying. I lost arrow 57. It's now down over there somewhere. I'm never going to find that again. Knock me off again. I mean, don't you knock me off the first time. Why is arrow 57 important? If you know, you know. More splinters. I still haven't got the scabby from over there yet, and I still haven't got the raw science from in there as of yet. This is part of the reason why I want to get the zipline system going, because this takes far too long to get up here. No, I don't want to connect it. Go down it.
This heat is unbearable.
How many bad, scary things are going to try and eat me whilst I'm looking for this? Somewhere around there. You'll find a key. The place where we're going will tell you how to find that key, but it's to do with this orange handle. I think it's at 3 o'clock. It casts a shadow, and the shadow sits perfectly in a circle just there. There's a couple of, I don't know whether we talked about it before, but there's 2 different types of antlion. That one. Ow. Will sit there and it will throw stuff at you, as displayed by that. When you do eventually kill them, there's essentially a hole behind them. There's a cave, which is why there's Probably a little bit of raw science here in that tooth. That's down behind that. You need to kill the antlion to get into the hole. Pretty sure there's 4. I think it's 4.
The sunglasses are a nice touch.
I cannot bear to look upon myself any longer. I've become a monster. Inhuman, less than the insects that are my only companions now. I've become old, well before my years. A shrunken husk of a man, a walking corpse like Lurkin Shriek, doomed to the executioner's axe. Trudy was right all along, as she always is. And what remains? I'm a failure as a scientist, as a husband, and as a father. I have no choice but to remain here, living exiled in the backyard. I have diverted my remaining strength and will into finding a cure for this malady, this raisinification, if you will. It is my only hope now. All other research initiatives must be placed on hold, or it will be too late. It may already be too late. It is only fitting that I am so small, tiny, minuscule, just like my legacy.
Kill 2 of you, it just takes up so much time. I wanted to do was not aggro a 3rd one. I want to get that body out, just on camera. Mostly because I haven't done any of the other bodies. Yes.
Dominant Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tolley, Science Division, log 88.05.29G. Oh, or is that H? For safety. Final evaluation tests of the spacer are going well, though I have noticed some minor errors in transcription where a non-trivial number of particles are not being conserved. I have observed no ill side effects, but making a note to check that later.
Making a note.
I'm still annoyed by Dr. Klein's attitude at the barbecue when I confided in him about my success. He was arrogant, as always, dismissing my breakthroughs in covalent spacing reduction, questioning the very use of shrinking technology. What a ridiculous lack of vision. World hunger, overpopulation, global warming, just the tip of the iceberg.
Let's jump before I fell. Oh, we need to go back to burg.l again. Luckily there's no more dream sequences. I could technically go and grab all the other ones off camera and just drop off all the other bits and pieces. Yeah, we're getting there. We're almost done with the lower yard. There's a few bits that I might just go and do on a stream at one point. There's a couple of small labs that they're nothing really significant, but there's a couple of unique weapons worth tracking down. only other thing we've got in the lower yard to deal with the mixers. If I'm honest, I'm kind of intended to do most of them on camera, just because you can only do them once. Something like a, I don't know, taking on a wolf spider the first time, you can do that many times. Yeah, you only have one round with each mixer, so... And then obviously the bosses, which is probably where we're going to be going, not soon, but I want my improved armor. Or I should say, easy to kill.
We've got a soldier ant over here.
Technically, you can't do the next boss until then. I didn't mean to come in here. It's 'cause you're in that box. Sure, you can just all sit in there for a minute. I will deal with you later. I didn't really mean to use that, and just because I can. You're not even in there. It's fine. So now I've got a zip line going up and down this thing so many more times, just because it means I don't have to walk. I do need to set up the zip line over to the oak lab. Not necessarily saying it's faster, it's just easier.
Those aphids look like they have things to do and people to see.
Sounds like the crows moved over here to home. So many more, start to finish those off. Okay. I've got so many little projects to finish off now. I can do most of that, as I say, off camera. Spider web of zip lines across the yard, so I don't need to walk anywhere. Whole load of sap collectors ready for the future. Burgle, we're already back again.
Always happy to see. How can I help you today? Ah, more chips. Hand it over and let us see. Much. Do.
There it is. Why, thank you.
Work.
That's where you get that from. Now regretting having not done that first. I should have just gone to the that area first. Don't have my water gear on me. There's one. I think it's one more spot I need to go to with the. Maybe. Two spots in the pond I need to go to with the manager's key.
At At least it's clean. Ish.
First of all, what do I need up here for this? It's probably going to be clay. Because I didn't have any on me at the time. I say it's going to be clay because it's not the first time I've sat there and sent any clay for it. If I'm honest, I think I've achieved all that I want to achieve for this morning. So I've got some things going on behind the scenes today, so I might start focusing on doing that. Oh, the wind's back. So I'm gonna need
Hey, Aunt.
more.
What's the news?
Next time we do probably pop over to the Black Ant Queen. Drop off her food. Actually, let's make that now, because that looks like the chewing gum situation is a bit more dire now than I thought it was. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there today. I need to finish off this. And I need to finish off the outside wall. And so many other things that I need to do. I think that's gonna do it for today. Is there anything in here? Oh. Of course, I found the key. Didn't use the key to get the thing from I needed the key for. But I can now make that, because we now have access to mint globs. What did we unlock down here then? Oh, I found some salt or minty arrows for the first time. That's probably what that was. And that was the termite armor. Which annoyingly there is only just that one piece for the termite armor, there's not a set. But maybe we can go and kill him next time. Because that would be a decent hour or so worth of work. Go and do the top of the mound, go and finish off that, show you where you can get the termite parts and termite chompers from. It's certainly an idea anyway. I feel like there was something... Oh, the glue masher was the other thing I needed. Glue masher. This is going to be one of those make sure it's continually working situations. Oh look, I made a glue masher. So the way this simply works is it'll ask you for a creature part to a relevant quantity. It wants 5 bombardier parts. It wants 6 stink bug parts, so on and so forth. Pop that in there once it's finished working. You can then obviously take it out, and then I say any armor or weapons that are above level 5, so 6 and beyond, it's 1 glue to repair everything. So, for the sake of just going to kill a load of bugs, to have a higher tier weapon. It's probably worth it. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up there for today. I've done what I wanted to do, so I will see you guys when I see you next. Take it easy, and I say if you've enjoyed this part of the video, or this video in particular, throw some likes and subscribes onto the video. That'd be fantastic. That would make me want to come back and do some more. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your days.